Welcome back to Orange Hat Reviews. I am doing this video as a sort of update and my thoughts on this particular topic. It is the Prey movie teaser trailer and synopsis that they have given. And I saw the teaser. It's basically a minute long. It shows Amber Midthunder's character running out of the woods, and one of her Comanche counterparts pulls her down into the long grass, aims his bow and arrow. You see the predator's targeting laser. The three dots land on his forehead, and she then has a look of fear in her eyes. Then it cuts, and it shows her standing up behind a log in the woods, and in front of her she's facing the camera, and just in front of the camera is a cloaked predator. And you hear the telltale sound, the purring, clicking sound of the predator. Now, and that's it. Now, they're still pushing this thing that this girl is going to somehow take on a predator and kill it. Folks, as I said back then, they changed the synopsis and whatnot from 11 months ago. She's no longer named Ki, which means no in Comanche. Her name is now Naru. And the synopsis is, well, okay. Now I have this stupid thing in front of me that's kind of pissing me off. There we go. And it's still in front of me. Okay, I'm going to have to reload. Sorry. Okay, so the plot synopsis. Set in the Comanche Nation 300 years ago. Also, folks, they're saying that this is the first time a predator has ever come to Earth. So, yeah. They are retconning all of the lore that has been established already. Like the fact that they have been around for 10,000 of years, helped with the pyramids and whatnot. Prey is the story of a young woman, Naru, a fierce and highly skilled warrior. Well, here's the thing. Back then, Comanches or Native Americans, the women were not seen as warriors. So, yeah, this is already not accurate, historically. She has been raised in the shadow of some of the most legendary hunters who roam the Great Plains. So when a danger threatens her camp, she sets out to protect her people. The prey she stalks and ultimately confronts turns out to be a highly evolved alien predator with a technically advanced arsenal, resulting in a vicious and terrifying showdown between the two adversaries. It concludes. Technically, I believe they mean technologically, but, you know. So yeah, Comanche warrior. First off, women were not the warriors in Native American culture. Maybe one or two exceptions. However, they were mostly the ones that protected the camp, if anything. But yeah. How is this going to work? Because, folks, as I said 11 months ago when I did the original readout on this plot synopsis, how she's going to defy cultural norms and her name means no, and somehow she's going to do what Danny Glover almost died doing, what Arnold Schwarzenegger almost died doing, and both of them got their asses kicked while doing so. A special forces unit went into the jungles of Guatemala and got slaughtered one by one. And even Arnold Schwarzenegger, when finally proving to be a worthy opponent, got his predator to drop all of its weaponry and fight him hand to hand. And he was getting his ass beat. He still had to rely on traps to kill this thing. As for the one that Danny Glover went up against, it went back to his ship, fought him there, and while even missing an arm, still was kicking his ass and still using weaponry. He never got that predator to drop his weapons. but he still managed to best it at the last moment, even though he was almost disemboweled by the dang predator. He managed to score a killing blow with its own weapon, killing it. And then you got Adrian Brody and Predators that did the same thing with Predator, or with even a super evolved Predator species. The Bad Bloods, as it was. Now, folks, to give you some lore, the Predators that are hunting humans, contrary to AVP director Paul W.S. Anderson, they are not young Predators that are just hunting humans and then doing their manhood rituals later. No. To hunt humans, you need to be what's known as blooded. You need to go through your manhood ritual, you need to hunt some pretty strong prey, and then you get the privilege to hunt humans. Because humans were considered the ultimate prey. So yeah, this predator that's hunting on Earth, a Comanche girl, probably the way I see what's going to happen in this is there's going to be an AVP moment where you have the predator choking out Wayland, and then it drops it after seeing that he's not a threat, and then he proves to be a threat by blasting it with flame from an oxygen machine. So that's what I'm guessing is going to be in this, where she's not much of a threat. The predator sees that, and then she's going to attack it while its back is turned. Not very honorable in my opinion, because honestly, how else are you going to have this done? You are going to have to explain this to me. How a woman who is probably 110 pounds soaking wet would be able to, with a tomahawk, dagger, and bow and arrow, stand against a technologically advanced alien predator. I'm not seeing it, folks. This premise is beyond laughable. It is Hollywood's attempt to try to put powerful women on screen, and yet in this case, I'm sorry to say, this is not me being sexist, this is me being logical. This is a very laughable premise. And as they say in this article from Bounding into Comics, does anyone actually think a Comanche warrior armed with a tomahawk and a bow and arrow stands any chance against a highly evolved alien predator with a technologically advanced arsenal? Now, a lot of people could say, oh yeah, just target her and boom, that's it. That's all she wrote. Well, they don't always do that. They gotta see that the prey is worthy of a ranged kill. They wouldn't do that with her. With the Comanche warrior that they show in the teaser, getting his head blown off, he has the weapon drawn in hand and he knows that that it is out there. So sure, this predator would be hunting or would have a right to blast that guy. Her, it's not going to see her as much of a challenge. I'm sorry, that's just the way it is. This is beyond laughable, folks. I'm sorry to say. I will watch this movie. I will give it a fair review, but my opinion stands from a year ago. How the hell is something, or is a girl, highly skilled warrior or not, going to stand up against something that is highly evolved, far stronger physically, far faster physically, and technologically advanced weaponry? How is she going to win? There's so many theories and whatnot that I could go over, but that would turn this video into a 20-minute video, and we're almost 10 minutes in. So I am going to cut it here, man. This is ridiculous. This movie, I will take a look at it on Hulu, exclusively on Hulu, because they're not going to release it in theaters. So yeah, I'm going to have to borrow my friend's Hulu account. August 5th. All I know, folks, is that this movie is going to most likely be very much laughable. Anyway, those are my thoughts on this whole predator-prey thingy. And that's going to be the video. You all know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that jazz. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. What do you think of this? I mean, I'll give it a shot, but I also want to know what everybody else thinks. Anyway, folks, this has been Orange Hat Reviews. Stay humble.